Breaking news in St. Charles. A home up in flames days before the holiday. What firefighters believe may have started the fire that forced two people to jump from a second-story window.
Community rallies around South City business owners.
It was amazing to see everybody come together, and I mean, it was crisis mode. We had to do something.
Why many are saying police mishandled the situation after a cruiser smashed through a bar.
After the coldest air of the season yesterday, we're headed to see temperatures 20 degrees above average beginning today. We'll talk about how long this kind of weather sticks around and rain for the weekend.
Running out of time. The important holiday shipping deadlines you need to know this morning.
The winner of The Voice is Huntley!
Close, but just shy of the title. How the Lincoln County teenager is reacting after finishing in second place on The Voice.
Sound the horns. How the community is sparking a musical passion for these South City students.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Right now, we're focused on one heck of a light display. This is in Afton. Look at that. All the lights just a going, just a going, just a going. Jeff Eulemeyer is the guy behind all of this. He puts it on every year. There's actually a little train track with a train on it. You can kind of see it there looping through the front yard where kids can ride the train. It is free. However, they're asking that you can make a donation to Shriners Hospital. So far over the years, they've raised thousands of dollars for the cause. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, December the 20th, just 5 days until Christmas. I'm reading out.
Michelle Lee, we just want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be watching us on 5 Plus. We do have a jam-packed morning for you, so let's start with Anthony, who is tracking the weather for us.
Yeah, not as cold this morning, but temperatures are definitely cold enough for at least a layer or two. We were in the teens and 20s yesterday, the coldest morning of the season, and well, we're going in about 15 to 20 degrees above average today.
Nice.
So flipping the script here as we get closer to Christmas, and the official start of winter is tomorrow, but the numbers, well, they say otherwise. In fact, it is 16 degrees warmer this morning compared to yesterday at this hour when Lambert was at 23 degrees. 39 this morning, and right at 30 in Flora. In fact, a lot of locations this morning in the mid to upper 30s. 39 in Chesterfield, same in Sullivan, and 34 in Perryville. So definitely at least one layer as you head out the door, maybe a jacket or sweatshirt. And then into the afternoon, just keep the shades around. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds today, but not too bad temperature-wise. We're back into the mid-50s today. In fact, our numbers stay this warm through Christmas, but we throw in a chance of rain beginning tomorrow night. We'll talk about that coming up. Let's get over to Paul Cook now and track our traffic, roadway conditions, and things of that nature, Paul.
That's right. What can you expect when you hit the roads? We've got you covered. You should be moving nicely. You do have some debris, though. 94, we're in St. Charles. 94 at Schurer Road. You have some, yeah, that's a weird name, right? Okay, so you do have some debris there. 44 at 270, watching that one. Well, we want to make sure we always report if there's a delay there because that's where a lot of volume goes. Same story, 270 at 64 and up in the 270 North Project, which is moving nicely. Another take of traffic very soon.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. We are following some breaking news in St. Charles this morning.
I want you to take a look at the intense flames that were engulfing a home just a few hours ago. It forced some homeowners to actually jump to safety from a second-story window. Our Megan Kernan is joining us live from the scene on Hempstead Court with what happened. Megan?
That's right, Rennie and Michelle. I'm here in the Newtown development of St. Charles, where this two-story home right behind me was destroyed by a fire just hours ago. Now, it's important to note that how close the houses are. Thankfully, the flames didn't spread to any other houses, but the home next door, what you're seeing right now, had their windows broken from the fire, and you can see crews boarding up their windows right now. And we received pictures from the St. Charles Fire Department, as you should be seeing on your screens. The house was already engulfed in flames when they arrived on Hempstead Court just minutes before 1 a.m. Fire officials say a man and a woman, both believed to be in their 50s or 60s, jumped from a second-story window to escape. We're told the woman was not injured, while the man did suffer minor injuries to his head and possibly smoke inhalation. Both of them were transported by ambulance to a nearby hospital, and officials say another man, believed to be in his 20s, was able to get out of the home safely without any injuries. Now, the two-story home is considered a total loss. Ahead in our next half hour, we'll hear from the fire chief about his reaction to arriving on the scene. Live in St. Charles, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Megan. Right now, Interstate 70 near Highway K is back open after a fiery crash in St. Charles County as well. This is what it looked like around 6:30 last night. We know at least 2 tractor trailers and a car were involved. The Highway Patrol says no one was hurt, but the interstate was shut down for several hours. Again, it is back open ahead of the morning rush. Happening today, St. Patrick Center will expand its workforce development program in just a few hours. The center is teaming up with Central Cafe to operate and create a new barista training program. We know that a ribbon cutting ceremony will take place at 8 o'clock this morning at the St. Louis Central Library, where that cafe is located. Also this morning, believe it or not, we are just 5 days away from Christmas.
Is that all?
I mean, when you start seeing December 20th, you know, oh gosh, I got to get going. If you haven't shipped out your presents yet, you really need to get on that pretty fast.
You might consider just handing them off in person.
Or a New Year's present. That's what I do sometimes.
Our
yeah.
Mercedes McKay joins us now live from University City with the deadlines that you need to know this morning. Good morning, Mercedes.
Yeah, good morning, Rennie and Michelle. It is really hard to believe Christmas Day is just days away. And like many, I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. So I'm about to, do some good and send that over. And that's really good because today and tomorrow are huge deadline days for making sure that you get your gifts out for Christmas Day. And we're live here at the University City Post Office. And this place is going to be packed like many others as people get ready to ship all those gifts and presents out for their loved ones before Christmas Day. So get your calendars out and write down these dates that I'm about to give you. You'll see them now on your screen. For FedEx, one-day shipping tomorrow is the last day to get your gifts out. Now, as for FedEx same-day shipping, Friday, the 22nd is the deadline. Today is the deadline for second-day air shipping for UPS, and the last day Americans can send presents out using UPS next-day air services is actually tomorrow, the 21st. Now, if you're shipping using USPS, today is actually your last day for Priority Mail Express. Now, many people like myself do shop online. So for places like Walmart and Target, if you look online, a lot of them will do 2-day shipping or same-day shipping, but it all depends on the location. Now, as for Amazon, this year they actually didn't release their deadline dates, but last year and in years prior, you were able to send stuff out on Christmas Eve, and it would make it there on Christmas Day. But again, that all depends on what you are buying and purchasing for people. It is always easier if you just send it straight to their home, or Rennie, like you said, you might as well drop it off at this point, because you never really know. Live in University City, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
All right, good information. Thank you, Mercedes. All right, let's take you out to Lambert Airport this morning, where today we know that the busy holiday travel rush is beginning. TSA officials expect the passenger count to be 6% higher compared to last year. NBC's Tom Costello gives us a preview on how the FAA plans to keep flight schedules smooth.
Good morning. We're at the FAA Command Center here in Virginia, where they watch every single plane in the nation's airspace, both private and commercial. And today and tomorrow will be the busiest. Nearly 50,000 flights a day. The weather is always the wild card here. So if an airport needs to order a ground stop or ground delay because of the weather, this is where they do it. Coming up on the Today Show, we'll take you inside the Command Center. We're going to talk to the top airspace managers about what they're watching today and how they're going to make sure you get to your Christmas holiday on time.
On time and safely, hopefully. So here's something to put your mind at ease when it comes to travel. Pilots for Southwest are one step closer to getting a new contract. The airline and the pilots union reached a preliminary agreement on a deal. Today, the union will take a look at that deal to determine whether it will be given a green light. Then nearly 11,000 union members will vote on it. A union spokesperson says the contract is worth $12 billion.
Now, if the road is more of your style for holiday season, you can fill your gas tank sooner rather than later. While prices are low at this time, it's slowly starting to creep up as people prepare to get out onto the roads. Now, here's a quick check of the prices in our area. For people living in the St. Louis region, it's going to cost you $2.75 per gallon this morning. Over in the Metro East, it's a bit more expensive at $3.13 per gallon. For those starting your long road trip this morning, the National national average is 310 per gallon.
All right. Let's talk about that travel in our forecast. As we look at the big picture over the course of the weekend, there is a system in California that's going to move our direction. In fact, an upper level low going to send pieces of energy through the jet stream, and the first one actually arrives tomorrow night. So round one comes in from Chicago down towards Dallas. That will be rain for that entire part of the country. And same deal for parts of Saturday and Sunday. Mostly rain here for the country from Minnesota all the way down into the deep south. Where the snow will be, that's across the Rockies and the northern plains. So it will be just a little bit too warm for our little snowman here on the graphic, melting away with highs near 60 degrees this weekend. We'll talk just about how much rain's on the way. That's coming up.
All right, thanks so much. Happening today, Missouri Governor Mike Parson will be in St. Louis to unveil the Giving Machine at the West County Mall. The vending machine will allow you to donate items for people in need. You can buy things such as clothing, baby supplies, medicine, and so much more, ranging from $5 to $250. The ribbon cutting is set for 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Coming up, Google is set to pay $700 million in a settlement. The tens of millions of people who will receive some compensation.
A new COVID variant is quickly spreading just before the holiday. We're going to take a look at how it's impacting us here in the bi-state.
She's represented the Shelby State on national TV for the past few months now. We catch up with Ruby Lee as she completes her journey on The Voice.
Freedom.